さじゃあさ、もしかすると無職の引きこもりという現状はできる。よかったですわ、ラミリス様。
Isn't she a demon lord? Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, I'm going to react to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3, Episode 13, Invitations for All Nations. Last episode, Tempest is getting ready for the festival. Rimuru and Shuna went to Ingracia, right? And then to ask this patissier to come to Tempest. And then Rimuru went to see Mule, and then they were coming up with all kinds of entertainment, and they're gonna build a giant coliseum, and there's gonna be some fighting, and they're gonna be inviting people, and that's what happened this episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/feeling. And now let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Yes, he does. Yes, he has. That they were, Yep.
その結果ルベリオスはテンペストとの国交樹立に動き出しております。
魔王に進化したのは脅威ではあるが、リムルの人となりは分かる。
I know.
あやつが世を裏切るとは思え。
You won't. The invitation?
どうなさるおつもりで?
He'll go. Of course he'll go.
一体何を考えておるのだ?
Okay. For some reason, I thought the intro changed again. Oh, she's gonna be the one announcing the fighters. Oh, okay. Last episode, when I first saw the intro, and I'm like, what is Yuki doing there? I didn't notice the kid. And he's supposed to be the grandmaster or whatnot, so whatever. Oh my god.
俺たちにはそれを認めることはできねえって。
こいつは五部級。
五部級。
の弟子で凄腕の建築士だ。行く先をなくしたかわいそうな私たちをまさか。
Oh my goodness.
そう言われましても、ここはリムル様の領地なんです。
あんた、そんな細かいこと言ってると、うちのベレッタが。
She won't do anything.
何やってるの？あげきだった。
ラ
ミリス様、新しい木材を用意。威厳麗しく。いや、どういうことですかね、トレイニーさん。これはですね、違うのです。
It is what he's thinking.
説明しろ、ベレッタ。あ、やはり悪いです。実は先日。
Must be needed.
そしてその理由もお聞かせ願いますか。よくぞ聞いてくれたわ。ベレッタちゃん、ここって退屈じゃん。遊ぶものもないし、テンペストにはいろいろあったってわけ。だからね、私たちもあそこに住んじゃおうって話なのよさ。レミリス様は優しいお方。こんなに愛らしいラミリス様の願いを無限に断ったりはいたしません。
He did though.
という話になりまして。裏切ったわね、ベレッタ。そういうわけ？ところさ、リムル。私はここを追い出されると行く予定がなくなるだ。おかわいそうなラミリス。
Oh my gosh.
甘やかさ、五部級大変だったな。
いやいや、俺を。
いや、ちょっとエキサイトしちゃって。ラミリス様は悪くないので。
Oh my god, she's always dead defending her.
ここに小屋を建てようとして警備員に止められたと。それが邪魔だったからトレイニーさんに命じて眠らせてたのに、思わないような感じかな。お前なあ。迷宮への扉か。これはこれでありかも。
Oh. Okay. Sorcerer's Dynasty of Talent. That's where the elves or whatever, Eren's father lives, right?
陛下、魔物の国より
I called her Blanche before, and then like I said, as I was watching the intro,
まさか本当に魔王として
Again?
認められるとは。まあ、それは良いとして。
I saw the father over there in the pictures, so I'm not sure if she's actually.
ほー
Oh,
陛下、
さぞかし楽しかったのでしょうね。
he did.
しかも私の使者を名乗って、
しかし陛下、あそこは紛れもない魔物の国。危険がないとも言い切れない場所へ陛下をお連れするわけにも。
私はなんてかわいそうな皇帝なのでしょう。羨まじゃない、けしからん話ではないかしら。言語道断よ。
Okay, so what's the punishment?
時にエラルド、吉田氏の店から取り寄せているスイーツだけど、最近急激にその品質が
Oh, Yoshida's the one that they went after, right?
作詞と名高いあなたも市政には疎いのかしら。期待外れね。
申し訳ございません。
お土産として買ってきてくれたんだけど、あなたはもらってなかったのね。
なんですと。
The heart of a father being.
エリュンちゃんのお土産はそれは美味しいケーキだったのよ。
ケーキ。どうしてパパにはお土産ないの、エレンちゃん。
どれだけお金を積んでも吉田氏はこの国に来てくれなかった。
But he's going to Tempest.
とにかく店がお休みの間にスイーツが食べられないのは大問題だと思わなくて。
思います。
エリュンちゃんはあそこのスイーツが大好物だったから、あれを簡単に手に入れられるようになったらちょくちょくうちに帰ってき
Manipulation to the highest order.
てなお茶会にはちゃんと参加してくれてるもの。
He does.
エレンちゃんが帰ったら報告するように命じていたのに。
かなり有力な情報をつかんだのよ。
聞きましょう。
あなた、あそこの国まで行って何をしていたの？
は、
Having baths and and eating sweet stuff.
ではあのレシピというのは吉田氏の。
あなたね、本当に切れ者なの？
で
どうだか、あなたは親バカだからね。
して陛下、話を戻しますが、お手を亡き者にしようと考える不届き者が現れないとも限らない。
心配しすぎよ、エラルドちゃん。
お、陛下。
よほど油断できない相手よ。
He's acting all cute and stuff, but clearly he has a firm command of things.
工事そのものは全て負担するとは。
そこよ。その権利、それこそが莫大な富を生む。
を利用するための通行料、自分たちで街道を建設する費用、それを天秤にかけて判断しております。
甘いわね。今は南の広大な魔王領が魔王ミリムの支配地となったわ。圧倒的な武力を背景に繁栄を極めるわね。中継点となるのが新興国家であるテンペストということよね。でには私たちも協力すべきだった。少しでも協力したという実績があれば、通行税については交渉が楽になったでしょう。魔王リムルというのは人間社会を熟知している。元異世界人だったというのは疑いの余地もないけど、魔王というのを差し引いてもとんでもない存在よね。
ということは
参加しない手はないわね。
Oh, look at them like they've been called to the principal's office and awaiting punishment.
はどうなるのでありましょうか。敬語とか無理しなくていいよ。というかそれ敬語どころか丁寧語にもな。闘技場の地下に避難用の空間を作ろうと考えているんだが可能か？
Evacuation shelter?
は衝撃で地下まで崩れかねませんからな。ですが少しずらせば問題ないかと。
なるほど。
扉ですか？
ああ、重厚な感じにして石板でもはめ込むような分厚いもので頼む。そしてもしかするとラミリスの力で地下迷宮 ダンジョンを作ってもらおうと思う。毎日そこそこの人数を呼び寄せられると思うんだ。
迷宮闘技場の地下に。
ラミリスは住む場所と仕事、さらには俺からお小遣いを得られるという寸法だ。ってことはですよ。じゃあさもしかすると無職の引きこもりという現状はできる。
よかったですわ、ラミリス様。
Isn't she a demon lord? Oh my gosh.
との冒険者が来るとして、お前の取り分は金貨2枚になればいい方じゃないか。その敵がもらえるのでありますか。これで私も大金をゲットできるってわけよ。もう無職だな、ピンポン魔王だの。
Oh my gosh.
石門の外、街道の終わりにある広場を拡張して建設しようと思ってるんだが。なんでさ、街の中にも空き地があって立ち並んでいるから、闘技場の建設はちょっと無理だな。
獣人の方々を街の外に追いやるわけにもいきませんし。
No.
私の迷宮の中に引っ越ししてもらったらどう？その区画を丸ごと移し替えできるから、そんなに手間はかからないよ。
Huh? Oh, it's easy to move a labyrinth like that?
宮内に移す前に本人から許可をもらわないとダメだね。意志のない物体とかなら許可なく何でも移せちゃうよ。マジかよ、すごいな。ぶっちゃけ俺はお前に役立つ能力なんて皆無だと思っていたよ。怒るなよラミリスちゃん。
Oh my goodness.
他に何ができるのか教えてくれ。素晴らしい。これで我々の野望は達成されたも同然だ。よろしく頼むぞラミリス君。大船に乗った気でいたらいいよ。大船ね、泥でできてなければいいけどね。
Oh, it's over. Excuse me. So this episode first started with Gazelle and his round table, them discussing what Rimuru is up to, and the fake news that the fight between him and Hinata ended in a draw, and they're like, no. They have Henrietta. I guess Henrietta is the one that he sent to sort of like keep an eye on Rimuru and what he's doing over there. And she just came out and she's like, no, Rimuru won. And then with that, there was this old woman that was also there that was sort of like worried that Rimuru might have become stronger than Gazelle and that he might be a threat to him. But Gazelle was like, no, I know who the kind of person he is, and he's not gonna betray me. So when they gave him the invitation, of course he's gonna go. And then I believe they go from there to the Italian kingdom, the sorceress, something of Italian, where Aaron's father lives, and then we met the Empress of Italian, and clearly, first of all, she loves sweets. She loves sweets. It seems like she also loves adventure and maybe a little danger, because when Aaron's father went to Tempest the first time around and he said he did it because he wasn't sure how safe he was, her reaction to it made it seem like she would have loved a little bit of danger. So yeah, but then you can also tell that she's also, like, they called Aaron's father the tactician, but it seems like she's even more of a tactician excuse me, than Aaron's father, because she pointed out some faults about faults that, or he pointed out some faults that Aaron's father did, especially when it came to the when establishing this diplomatic relationship with Tempest, and when it came to building the road. They were like, we should have also participated in that building so that we can get a little bit of the transfer fees, because our race is sort of like a long-lived race. Rimuru now being a demon lord is like a long-lived race kind of person. So in the long run, excuse me, it would have been more beneficial to them to, be getting those transfer fees as well. And then there's the sweets part of it. He's been wanting Yoshida, she has been wanting Yoshida to move to their kingdom, right? Whatever. To move there because she loves the sweets that he makes. And she has not been able to convince him. And then you have Rimuru that convinced them to move to Tempest. So it's like he's seeing all the moves that Rimuru is making, and she's like, we need to keep an eye on him. So of course, when he came to the invitation, of course she's gonna go, And then, excuse me. And then you have Ramiris. That previously she had asked Rimuru to live in Tempest. Rimuru was like, no. So apparently they took it upon themselves to move to Tempest without his knowledge, without his consent. They closed off the road to the labyrinth where they used to live, and then they were building this little house over there. And then there was Gobku. First time we met him, that was basically not giving an inch. Even when Ramiris started crying, doing this fake thing. But then Rimuru shows up and he's like, what's going on? And then he saw Trini there bringing some wood. And he asked Trini what's going on. Trini did not want to answer. Well, she was coming up with some excuses and whatnot. So he goes to Beretta. And Beretta basically laid out everything. And in everything that happens, Trini is always on Ramiris' side. Whatever Ramiris wants to do, she agrees with, And then Beretta is sort of like the logical one, I guess, when it came to them. And then when they said that they already closed the door to the labyrinth and to the previous labyrinth and everything. And then Rimuru started thinking, because he's been wanting, apart from the Colosseum that they're about to build, the tournament that's gonna be happening over there is just gonna be like a once in a year kind of deal, and he needed something else that will bring people in daily, entertainment, daily entertainment, whatever. That would be most attractive. And hearing the labyrinth thing gave him an idea. So he wanted to, the fact that Ramiris wants a new home and he wants to build a labyrinth, and Ramiris is clearly, she's an expert in building labyrinths and all that. So he had a meeting with them and with Gobku, and then they were discussing whether he can build a labyrinth, basically. Well, at first he said the shelter underneath the Colosseum, but then Gobku is like, if it's under the Colosseum, it could be crushed. So maybe we should move it to the side a little bit. And then Rimuru was like, okay. And then he's like, okay, can we build a door in there? And he's like, yeah, it could be built. And then that's when he told Ramiris about how they were going to use that to build the labyrinth and all those things. So that would be a place for her to stay, and that would attract, they were going to make it like a dungeon. Let monsters loose in there, and adventurers will go in and, do all these things. They'll have some kind of refreshment things over there, and Ramiris will be leading everything. She will be earning some money. She was so excited about not being the broke, unemployed Demon Lord. I'm like, I don't know, like, you're a Demon Lord, aren't you supposed to whatever? But yeah, so she's gonna be earning some money with that. And then they were trying to figure out where to build the Colosseum and the labyrinth and everything. And there was this particular space that Ramiris talked about them building it there. But then Rimuru was like, no, we have the lycanthrope living there, and we can't just, remove them from there, And Rimuru is like, well, we can just move them into my labyrinth and all of that. And Rimuru is like, huh? You can do that. She's like, yeah, I can just ask their permission and then I can move them. But then she also can move sort of like instantaneously by her will any kind of inanimate object, whatever. So she can move the houses, the buildings, the furniture, like everything that's sort of like doesn't have any consciousness. She can also move that like just like that. But then when it came to the people themselves, she has to ask for their permission, I guess, before she does that. And Rimuru's reaction too was like, "Oh, that's so awesome! I didn't know. I thought you were just talking about some kind of useless. You didn't have any kind of particular skills." I don't know. It was so funny. Her reaction and the way he said it, and then her reaction was so funny. So yeah, now that's what they're gonna be. He was asking her also about what else she can do, but they didn't really let us know that. We just know that she can move people, and inanimate objects, just like that. So yeah, things are slowly and surely coming together for this. I wonder if, I don't know, with the way the episodes are going, there's not a lot of movement. We just see them slowly building things, coming up with ideas for the festivals and all of that. So I'm wondering, is this festival, I don't even know how many episodes are left, but it just feels like maybe because a lot of people are going to participate in this festival. So I'm wondering if the whole of it is just gonna be sort of like people having fun, and then toward the end there's something's gonna be happening, and that's gonna be sort of like a cliffhanger for the end of the season or something or other. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to episode 14, the link is gonna be in the pinned comment, so you can just click on it and you can watch it right now. I'll see you next time. Todo ese tiempo he tenido que escucharte, que comprenderte, que consolarte. Sé que la vida no te ha sido tan